as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw. He looks to the sideline. It has Mims who makes a catch. That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The Broncos at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return to everyone?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Out of the gun now on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. Nice third down conversion at even 20 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Second and 1. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
A 39-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. Well, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up first and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. When you look at this Bronco defense, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
On second down, ETN once more. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with third and 11 coming up. Tough spot here, third down and 11. Now Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Ready?
Now back to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to get it back here just past the 35. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malachi? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Let's go.
On first down, Lawrence. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Lawrence will throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting him in for the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, down at the 33. Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. But you look at this Bronco defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces, because they've got some new faces from a year ago.
There he goes, left side, inside the 20. And all the way home for the Broncos score. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have regained the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And
the Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Handoff running left is Etienne.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Lawrence. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Lawrence. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
On play action, Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, my goodness. He had his tight end running free down the middle. I think maybe if you don't try to go for the home run ball and just kind of get it to him, just put it on him, this play will work out. But he led him too much, and that's a tough incompletion to handle.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this one's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, McLaughlin. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Now Lawrence on first down. ETN bringing in another one. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. A give, it's ETN off the option. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to the ground with ETN. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence to throw. A short throw to Ingram. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. ETN up the middle.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. This is caught. And the Jaguars are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
ETN will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Broncos 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Rzsl. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And from the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Back to throw again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Jags are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. That will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Look at the big fella go. Look at the big man rumble.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 77 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Hey, check that. Street.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
The give is to McLaughlin.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Marvin Mims, 39 yards. And the Broncos are back within a couple of the lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll try and throw for it. Oh, Odell Beckham Jr. with a diving grab. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. ETN once more. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here is 3rd and 5. From midfield now, Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Throw a fastball. When that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And that last touchdown drive run, defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
At the 21-yard line.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Off the option, here's ETN.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third down and 13. Now Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Let's go now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah,
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the
Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6 now. Another tote for Etienne.
He caught it up.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Here we go. Set. Cardinal. Hurt.
On the ground, here's McLaughlin.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Josh Allen, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
At the 26-yard line.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Keep pushing. Ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
The offense on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts in the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Here's Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Jaguars have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Jaguars 35, Broncos 31.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they can't bring him down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
153 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check, man. Check, man.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Tyson Campbell, and the Jags have just about sewn up this football game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option. And he will have a Jaguars first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Lawrence to a knee, and that will write a finish to this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, That band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Jacksonville, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week.